Hello and welcome to Bakies The Sims for custom content. In this series I show you everything I made for The Sims 4. 2 years back I released these unlocked and recolored rocks from the Get Together expansion pack. But there are a couple things that can be improved. First of all, if using the playable pets mod made by Orange Mittens and Andrew from The Sims 4 Studio, some text in the user interface will show the object's name of one of those rocks, which looks a bit strange of course. Besides that, back then I made my own recolors, which aren't that bad, but couldn't really be used next to the original base game rock recolors. And last but not least, these rocks were unlocked from the Get Together expansion pack, making them only usable for people having that specific pack. While almost the same rocks can also be unlocked from the base game, making them usable for everyone. So in this new unlocked group of rocks pack, these things will be fixed and some other things have been added. But before taking a look at all of these things, let me first show you where to find them in game. To easily find them, type BG rocks without any spaces in between into the search bar. In this case, BG stands for base game and not for BakieGaming. Maybe even more easy to find them is simply going to the outdoors section by clicking the tree and, how surprisingly, clicking the rock icon. If you've also downloaded my overrides of the boulder rocks, which can only be downloaded by going to my YouTube video description, both the unlocked rocks and overrides can be recognized by the BakieGaming icon in the lower right corner. Besides some other changes which I will tell you more about later, the rock overrides will now only cost 5 simoleons instead of a few hundred like they did before. Looking at all color stripes, you will notice that they all have the same 8 recolors. The first 5 are the normal recolors the base game rocks, which were already in game, had too. Besides those 5, I also added 3 others. The grey one is a color that matches the rocks that can be found in Windenburg. The last 2 are colors that match the rocks that can be found in Salvadorada. As I added these 3 extra colors to the unlocked group of rocks, I thought it will come in handy if the original base game rocks would have these same recolors too. That's why I made an override of those rocks in the first place, so I could add those extra recolors. Both the new unlocked rocks as overrides can be placed very close to other objects or each other without having to worry about their footprints. Of course, this will also work the other way around, when placing plants for example in between a group of rocks. Both can also be placed in your fountains and pools as decoration without using any cheats. Maybe you've also noticed that I've added a repeat placement option to the original rocks, so placing more than one can be done a bit faster now. Don't forget that by resizing your rocks you can even get more variation onto your lots. For the people that forgot how to do this, use the open bracket key to make objects smaller and the close bracket key to make them larger. Just as a lot of other objects in game, these rocks will also automatically receive a snow layer when you've got the season expansion pack and it has been snowing. As said before, mix and match these unlocked rocks with the overrides and other objects in game to create some very interesting looking scenes. If you also got my cats and dogs friendship fountain and cats and dogs town statues, you will find out that they perfectly match to those objects too. Also, don't forget that you've now got some rocks that really match the rest of the world in Salvadorada. So creating more realistic jungle gardens becomes a lot easier. Adding some of my animated animals will really finish it off. I hope you all like these new unlocked and override rocks, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up and share it so more people will be able to find it. A download link can be found down below in the description. Subscribe if you don't want to miss my future custom content videos, tutorials and effect player episodes, and then hope to see you all back again here on BakieGaming.